Fans enjoying the weekend, the Mazda Grand Prix of Portland here at Portland International Raceway. Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup on the racetrack now to cap off this weekend. Great battling all over this facility. Almost 2 miles long here. Some great speeds on the front and back stretch. Very tight competition in this series, of course. Brad McAllister in that blue 39 on the inside. Robert Huffmaster, who did a great job in the rain at Mosport a couple of weeks ago as they battle it out back in 9th and 10th positions right now. Huffmaster, obviously a very good driver in the wet. Elliott, having a little problem coming to grips with this racetrack.
Well, you know, like I said, it's not a really easy racetrack to get into. Mosport, though, is a tough racetrack, and he was so good in the rain up there. It's just amazing that he's not up front this time. But, you know, these cars, all you have to do is have some little problem in setup, miss it just a little. The cars are so close that will put you back in the pack.
And what about momentum in these cars? I mean, if you have to use the brakes unexpectedly or if you miss a shift, does that kill you for the entire lap?
Well, if you have to use it in the coming off a corner, yes, it'll hurt you a lot. You know, you can do stuff going in a little bit and still recover as long as you can get on the throttle early and get your momentum. But you've got to get the momentum up and keep it up, because that's what's going to be important in these cars.
Steve Welk there in the 57, that McLaren orange entry. He runs in 11th position. This is a battle for 5th all the way back. Meantime, up front, lead change. Andrew Cadell makes that inside move into turn 1 in the white Hoover Speed car, the 30. He takes it back from Brad Rampelberg.
Yeah, it's a good move, and you know, you notice that everybody else is trying to follow him through when you go through there, because that's your best shot when a guy is wide. And these guys are not afraid to run two abreast, going into corners, coming out of corners, but it will cost you at certain times. Now here he is making the move at the end of the straight, got that draft, coming up the inside, getting on the brakes late, and you can see where they're going through their two abreast, trying to make it go and trying to make it past the back. Very aggressive drivers.
Todd Burris is 4th in the blue 56 car. Cadell back in the lead. Burris in that pancreaticcure.org machine tried the inside move in the bus stop as well on the last lap to get 3rd away from Christian Frank. Couldn't quite do it. Now the two Hoover Speed teammates hook up in a draft. Burris sticks the nose of the 56 on the inside down into one. Looks like he may get 3rd this time.
Yeah, and Christian, he made a little mistake there coming off. He got a little sideways, scrubbed off speed, so it's really hurt him coming down this straight. But Cadell is up front. They're going two abreast, going in there again. Boy, these guys are racing really hard. It's so great to see cars that are so equal and the guys can race this close and side by side.
Todd Burris moving to 3rd behind Brad Rampelberg. Those are two of the championship contenders who have emerged so far in the early part of the 2008 season in the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup. Many other drivers want to be in the hunt. Cadell, who for now is only going to run this one race. This is his home racetrack. He's the winner here a year ago. He's got one of the Hoover Speed entries. He is the race leader, but we're still early in the going. There's Burris, pancreaticcure.org. That is a cause near and dear to Todd Burris' heart. He races out of Florida. Back and forth, the Californian Christian Frank, who's only 17. Look at the bump draft here down the backstretch.
Yeah, when you got a teammate, it's really good. Although they are racing together, they're trying to get away from Burris and get a little bit. But, you know, Christian is just having a little bit of a problem with his sign. There he goes again. Oh, there we go. We're going for a ride.
A little bit of a tank slapper going there. He does bring it back up onto the racetrack, throws some dirt up onto the speedway. Everybody gets by clean.
Yeah, and it's tough in these cars to do that. It seems like his car is awfully loose, or he's just overdriving it, one or the other, because it's very tough to get that done. Now you see these guys are coming in here all together. Uh-oh, Burris is a little bit deep there.
Cadell is still the leader. Rampelberg is 2nd. Let's check in on pit road. Derek Bernasiglio with Brad Rampelberg's crew chief.
Down in the Patron Tequila pit with Tony Silva. Tony, what's Brad telling you on the radio? He had the lead, now he's fallen back to 2nd.
Well, the car's doing really well. We kind of want to save it. It's a long race, and we don't know how those tires are going to go after half an hour. So he's just backing off just a hair, save the tires, hang out behind Andrew. We'll see what we got at the end.
Is he just trying to find his rhythm right now, or is he going to set him up for later?
Hard to say.
Well, that's the word down here in the Patron Tequila pit.
Yeah, you know, they ask crew chiefs all the time, what is the driver thinking? You know, I don't even know if the driver knows what he's thinking. He's just doing whatever comes up in the deal. But, you know, it is a good point that these tires, we heard, you know, will go off. They take a lot of abuse in these cars, or in any car, really, and you got to have a tire at the end of the race to win the race. I would say that Christian's not going to have a good tire at the end of the race so far.
Here he comes, though, trying to mount a charge. He's fallen all the way back to 11th spot. All the series information you need 24/7. The website is MX5Cup.com. Check out the race cars, check out the Playboy involvement, check out what Mazda Speed does for these racers who want to pursue a professional career in sports cars. Onto the main straightaway here at Portland International Raceway. Christian Franck trying to work his way back up. He's working on Robert Huffmaster. Tire issues don't seem to be a concern for him as he swings inside the 27.
No, he's doing a really good job, very aggressive, making good moves, but he just seems to be just overdriving that little bit today for some reason. But, you know, he's very aggressive and doing a good job of driving. Obviously has a lot of talent.
So he's gotten back by Huffmaster. Now that's still a good three-car battle for position. Steve Welch back there in the 57, lurking back around 10th, 11th spot. Up front, no change. It continues to be Andrew Cadell, the pole sitter. Rampelberg and Burris, the top three. Ryan Shims and Eric Foss. We'll be right back in Portland.